Hi guys, so in this video we're going to cover how CT side can default banana. I'm not necessarily covering all aggressive options or all the different openings you can do. I'm just going to talk about the basics that you should have so that you can deal with a rush, or you can set up to take banana control, or you can hold on to card control for the mid round. The first player should be one who likes to play aggressive, who likes to dump their util early, and who likes to take fights and multi-frag, right? The second player should be the one who's sort of an anchor player, a bit more passive, better at buying time for rotations. So player one will always throw this Molotov right here. So you're just going to aim around here at the shadow or like line up this barrel with it, and you just run forward one step and throw the Molotov. This is the first Molotov you throw for banana. It lands behind the half wall, and it denies the rush, and it also spreads to this corner, so the T's can't be lurking at that corner until the molly fades. Now, when you throw this Molotov, you just have to make sure that you choose where you're going. Don't just stand out in the open, right? You can either fall back here, I call this corner yellow, and then just jiggle at yellow. And this is great because you can also then throw a banana smoke by just aiming right there on the arch. Just run one step and throw that smoke, and it's going to land at the bottom of banana, right? This is not a great angle to deal with a rush, because if someone crosses your crosshair right here, and then you try to go wide to kill them, they might have teammates who are going to swing you, right? So what you do instead is, if you want to deal with a rush, you throw this Molotov, and then you're going to go to sandbags, right? Even if they Molotov you, you can throw smoke, you still have your smoke, and then you try to get that first kill before the T's know where you are, and before any teammate throws a flash, and then you're just going to hide, your teammates will throw flashes for you, and you can keep peeking and try to just frag out, right? So when you're dealing with the banana rush, don't worry about falling back when you're at sandbags, worry about fragging out first, and then if you get the opportunity to fall back, you'll do that, okay? Now, the second player, I recommend you buy 2 flashes and you leave an HE in spawn. So rather than keeping your HE, keep the second flash. And what you're going to do is you're going to hold a counter flash for a banana rush. So you just aim right there and jump through the flash. And that flash is going to be a flash that pops right at this corner. It blinds a lot of banana and anyone who's here at car. It will blind your teammate if they're holding an angle like this. So your teammate has to turn around. And if you don't like turning around in the middle of fights or something like that, you can also throw a variation of this flash by just aiming there and jump through that flash. So that flash is going to pop right here. That pops behind your teammate if they're standing here or here, so they don't get blind. I don't like that flash as much because it doesn't blind banana, but hey, you do you. So the way the setup works is, with this Molotov, the T's can't rush banana, but if they decide to rush banana, they have to smoke it. And then when they commit to taking this fight, your teammate has a really strong advantage, because they'll have flashes thrown for them, they're in a really strong spot, and any T's who are trying to support their entry can't really help them by like shooting. They can only help them by throwing utility. So it really isolates any people who are rushing and gives you a really strong way to defend against a rush. The reason I also like this kind of default is because it's very easy to transition into banana control at the start of the round, as long as you plan it in spawn. So what that means is, you as a team discuss, hey, we're going to take banana control, and this is just the default way of doing it, and you should only do it if you are not expecting a hard rush from the T's, okay? So what you do is, this guy still throws the Molotov, checks there's no rush, and as soon as he says no rush, he's just going to throw a smoke, and then just get ready to fight banana. If the T's throw a bad Molotov, you can peek with it. For example, you can jump spot here too, so you can peek from the close or from the back. And if the T's are throwing a proper Molotov, just make sure you're throwing your Molotov a second later, so your molly still is burning before the T's Molotov is fading. So that way when you peek, you know there's nobody standing right there. And what your teammate is going to do is, they're going to come right here, they'll hold the anti-rush flash, and as soon as the teammate says there's no rush, you're going to throw this Molotov, where you aim at this spot, you're going to jump on the top of coffins, and you're going to run left and forward and just jump through. And that Molotov lands here at the middle of banana. It burns here and here. It always burns this spot, but sometimes it may not spread here, but that's okay, because you'll follow this with a flash. So after throwing your Molotov, you're just going to aim right there and just jump through a flash. The flash pops here in the trees, it blinds all of banana. So what happens with this is that when you do this kind of banana control, you throw the default Molotov, and the T's don't necessarily know you're about to take banana control, because this is just how you conditioned them to expect a banana play. And then you have the smoke coming in, you have the molly coming in, and anyone who's trying to get out of the Molotov is basically going to eat your flashes. So they either have to use their own counter smoke, or they have to fall back. And if they fall back, you have banana control. This guy right here no longer has a smoke, so just be aware that this guy shouldn't just keep jump spotting banana or something like that. His teammate should drop him a smoke or something like this. The other thing I will warn is, this kind of default is not going to work that well against a team that always just throws a half wall smoke and then plays passive banana. But if that's the case, that's actually great. You can hold on to your Molotov and instead just play a 2 Molotov mid round, which is actually stronger for the CTs, because the T's aren't making you use up a molly at the start of the round. So hopefully you're able to use this default, and you get some good fundamentals for your team play on CT side on Inferno from this.